remember your first real job? I certainly do. I was fresh out of college when I joined the management trainee program of one of the biggest firms on Wall Street. My first assignment was in the data center, where my job was to log in from home to deal with the data emergencies that always seemed to happen right around 3 o'clock in the morning. My first week on the job, my boss gave me a pager, a very large and clunky desktop computer, and a dial-up modem. If you've never had the pleasure of working with tools like these, go online and search under vintage or retro to see what these dinosaurs looked like. It was remote work at its worst, with few opportunities to connect with people outside of my department, or anyone outside my small New York City studio for that matter. Happily, I chose a different path for myself. In the time since, I've worked for companies whose cultures were created and built for collaboration. Even the physical office spaces were designed by architects to include things like open seating plans and group huddle spaces. There were even lounges with fancy coffee bars. I promised myself that I would never work from my kitchen table again. Things change, right? The global pandemic radically shifted the way that people think about what it means to go to work. Suddenly, we realized that many of the things we thought could only be done in an office building can, in fact, be accomplished remotely. And even though the flexibility of working from anywhere is exciting, there are trade-offs. It can be difficult, and I mean really difficult, to build connections with colleagues who work remotely or who limit their time in the office. Some organizations are so worried about the negative impact on company culture that they've banned remote work altogether. But huddle spaces and coffee lounges don't automatically make teams more creative or more collaborative. There's also some research that suggests that too much together time reduces employee productivity and makes it harder to focus. It also makes some people kind of cranky. Thankfully, there is a middle ground. For many companies, that middle ground is a hybrid work model. It's a flexible approach that lets employees split their time between working in the office and working from home. But whether that's a 50-50 split or a remote-first policy, one thing is very clear. The way that we work has permanently changed. Now, the good news in all of this is that we've made light years of progress since those days when working from home meant having to listen to the high-pitched sound of a modem trying to negotiate a landline. But as far as technology has come, it still can't replace the power of one-on-one human connection and interaction. So, what does all this mean for you? If you're watching this video, it means that remote work is part of your job in some shape or form. It means that you're not just thinking about how to communicate and connect in the physical world, you're thinking about the online world too. This is really important stuff. Fortunately, productive work relationships have more to do with open lines of communication than they do with open floor plans. You don't need to be in the same physical space to be part of a team. What you do need, however, is a collaborative mindset and a desire to be part of a company where people talk to each other. With that in mind, this course will help you take the best qualities of the physical office and translate them into the digital workspace to create a culture that benefits everyone.